10k Q&A, but more like 12k Q&A now. You fuckers gotta slow down. So, thank you very much for subscribing. 10,000 is huge. In the words of Casey Neistat, a fella on YouTube with 10 million, getting to 10 million was not as hard as getting to 1 million. Getting to 1 million was not as hard as getting to 100,000. Getting to 100,000 was not as hard as getting to 10,000. Getting to 10,000 was the hardest thing I ever did on YouTube. So, hard part's over, folks. Next stop, 100,000. After that, we're getting 1 million, then 10, because I believe in us. Alright, I'm going to have to let that settle for a bit. Always let it settle, folks. I even watched the great Anthony Bourdain take a trip to Dublin and then drink it before it settled. And no one around him had the compassion to step up and say, hang on there, fella. Let it settle. So, quite a lot of questions, and I'm going to answer every single one. You took the time to write them. I'm going to take the time to respond. If you actually want to follow along, because this will be a long video, you can go to the community tab on YouTube and then go to the first post, which I'm going to be sorting comments by top. We're doing this post, the 114, and then the other post, which has 40 odd, again, sorting by top. So if you want to follow along, if you asked a question, it's like, when's it going to get to mine? I wish you'd shut the fuck up and move on. Yeah, you can follow along there. I'll make sure to put up each comment on the screen so you can kind of skim along if you're trying to find your, kind of track it and see where you're going. Okay, first up. Cheers, folks. Hope you're doing well. The black stuff, you can't beat it. Number 1, Ludi XP. Lucy, hi. She's great, by the way. Check out her channel. She does a fantastic series called Road to Platinum 100. It's excellent stuff. She's also hit 10k herself, and I do believe she's going to hit 100k as well. She could be a presenter for PlayStation, so follow her now before before Sony snap her up. Congrats on 10k. Would you consider doing a behind the scenes type video about your process for creating the Platinum Journey videos? I'm also super impressed with the quality of your videos. Thank you very much, Lucy. Right back at you. Behind the scenes, I've actually attempted this twice. At a certain point along the steps, it all breaks down. I can tell you what the steps are. Number 1, research trophies. This can take a while. Picking the game is important because the game I'm going to be spending quite a long time with, not only playing, but then going back through footage and writing about and editing. You have to like the game, or at least be intrigued by the game. So that's step 1. Step 2 is all the filming. Step 3 is going back through all the footage. Step 4 is writing. This is where going back to the footage is important and logging it. This happens at this point, this happens at that point. I learned this from watching how to make documentaries. You always got to log your footage. Know what you have and know how to find it. You'll be very thankful later on in editing. So once you have what it is, a picture builds in your head. And then it's about writing and sort of weaving the pattern and connecting the dots. And then once the writing is done, voiceover, after voiceover, editing. And that's one of my favorite bits. Once I get over the intro bit, here's the trophy for that, here's the trophy for that, here's the plan of action. Getting into the main bulk of the edit, I lose track of time. That bit and the writing are my 2 favorite bits. Logging the footage is fun as well. Going back and seeing what happened. But actually making a whole video about that process, I'd like to, but I can't make any guarantees. I'd like to. I would. Next. Wait, what? Have you ever come across a game that you tried to platinum but said, fuck it, impossible? That'll be Wolfenstein 2 for me. I think Wolfenstein 2 has permadeath or something like that. A game I said, fuck it, impossible. I almost said that with Shovel Knight, the speedrun. Beat the game in 90 minutes. I was this close, saying fuck it. I was working with folks called Sifted.net. It's run by Shane Satterfield, the former editor and he was in charge of game shows for a while. Great guy, hard working, and I was making the show with them for a bit. And I was going to write him an email saying, I can't do Shovel Knight. Okay, I can't do it, it's impossible. But I persevered, and like the estimated time to platinum is 20 hours, and it took me 45. That was one I said, fuck it, impossible. Came close with Modern Warfare as well. It took me 2 months to get that platinum. If it wasn't for the camera rolling, I probably would have given up on both of those games in my spare time. Absolutely. So, got close, but not yet. Still, every episode, I used to say attempting to get the platinum. Now I just say getting the platinum, because I have the utmost of confidence in myself. This is Dan. What do you think the future holds for your channel? Will you stick to Platinum Journey, or will you branch out and do any real life videos? Future holds for the channel. More episodes of Platinum Journey, more often on a more consistent basis is the goal. Branch out and do any real life videos? Probably. Yeah, in the coming years. Who knows? I've got some ideas for series, but right now, Platinum Journey is first. Once that's under control and consistent, then I'll look into other things. Connor Smith, what platinum are you most proud of? Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight, yeah. Shovel Knight. Yeah, because it's a style game I don't play. It's a style of game I don't play, but I somehow got the platinum. That's probably the most proud. That or Modern Warfare. Dead Space 2, but I always knew I could do it. It's just a matter of, like, the gameplay itself, just concentration was what really mattered. Feel free to drink along at home, by the way. Or just, get tea. You're grand. Manned Python 70. That's a great username. What is the most time-consuming platinum you've gotten? The Last of Us. The multiplayer trophies were definitely a part of it. The multiplayer, if you take the multiplayer out, it's reasonable, decent platinum, but the multiplayer that must have been about a 60 or 70 hour platinum. Wilhelm Peck. Favorite beer? Probably Guinness. Or whatever's cheapest. If I'm buying an 8-pack in a shop, it's like, whatever's cheapest. After 3 or 4, they all taste the same anyway. Soldier Stevens. 2 questions. What is your plan for Platinum Journey episodes in the future? And what is the platinum you really want to get but can't find enough time to get done? Answer to your first question. Episodes for the future. I have a rough idea of what the year will look like. I've shared it with folks on Patreon because they're like helping the financial support everything that's going on. But I don't want to say stuff to the general public in case plans change, and it's far looking, and I'm trying to be rather ambitious this year, so you're all in for a treat. And what is a platinum you really want to get but can't find enough time to get done? Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4. Yeah, I think they will be epic. Each of them require 6 or 7 playthroughs of the game. I think it would be crazy. It would be just brilliant. KB, will you buy a PS5 at launch? No. I'll buy it. It'll probably come out in November. Well, who knows how this coronavirus is going to go. I expect it to come out in November, but I'd probably buy it around Christmas time. I'm back in Ireland for Christmas, but I'll be living, don't know where I'll be living until Christmas. I'll be around Europe, but I'll wait until I get back home to buy a new console. Probably get around Christmas time. Gabriel Perez. What forgotten game saga would you like to have a return or a remade? Dead Space. Because the fact is, we'll probably never get another Dead Space game. The studio no longer exists. The original games haven't been remastered. It's a series completely forgotten about and run into the ground by the third entry. It is still remembered though, so it's not forgotten. A forgotten game saga? Onimusha back in the day was pretty cool. Although I think they did a remaster. For me, I know Dead Space isn't forgotten, but I would love to see those Dead Space lads giving another crack at it. But it's bittersweet. Callum Hampton. Would you ever platinum Bloodborne, and what sort of games do you like to platinum the most? Will I ever platinum Bloodborne? Yes. Told you I'm being ambitious this year. What sort of games do you like to platinum the most? A game without collectibles or multiplayer trophies and is story heavy with challenging gameplay. Basically, The Last of Us trophies are perfect if you... they're not because of optional conversations. Dead Space has one of the most perfect trophy lists I can think of. Yeah, it's got certain kill trophies. It's got play to upgrade everything, of course. It's got beat the game in the hardest difficulty. It's got beat the game with only one weapon. That's a great trophy list. 0 collectibles and no multiplayer is my preferred trophy list. Although Dead Space does have collectibles, however, you find most of them walking through the corridors. They're not difficult. Sean Downey, what are your thoughts on Days Gone? It's grand. Haven't played it, probably won't. Open world games don't really appeal to me that much. Unless there's something completely different about the world, like Horizon. I'm glad people enjoyed it. I hope they get a sequel, because I think they've got the groundwork for something good, and they could make something really good in the sequel. I seem to be in the minority that it's one of the greatest games of this gen. Fair enough, to each their own. Serious. If you like it, that's all that matters. Also, congrats, 10k onto 100k. I agree. I'll drink that. Nolan Express, my question to you is, as he checks the mic, that is actually recording, my question to you is this. What got you into trophy hunting? It was a way of extending my play with one of my favourite games, Dead Space. Dead Space 1 was my first I got the Platinum Trophy for Madden 11, which was simple. You just play 2-player and run up the score. But when I saw the trophy list for the original Dead Space and beating the game with only one gun, and I kind of thought, that's cool. And the experience of getting the platinum for that game, I was like, wow, it's just giving me an excuse to replay one of my favorite games. It's giving me an excuse to play it longer, to explore as much of this world as possible. Yeah. The episode recently I did on a different PlayStation account, because when I got the platinum, there was no platinum journey. But yeah, it was Dead Space. Dead Space got me into trophy hunting. Red Dead Redemption 2 platinum. Fuck it. Way too hard. Oh, from Joel and Ellie, by the way. Yeah, Joel and Ellie. Red Dead Redemption 2, no chance. That's monstrous. That's monstrous. I'd be gone so long. You wouldn't see me in so long. Dara Casey, what made you come up with the idea for Platinum Journey? Several things. Inspiration from a great many things. Inspiration from Top Gear, this British car show that did specials where they go travelling and the adventure of it all. Inspiration from the Completionists in his earlier videos. I don't think he does it anymore. Not the recent episodes I've seen. But he complete a game and review it as a whole. And the first 2/3 would be broken into segments. The first 2/3 about just reviewing the game, and then the last segments would be about what it takes to go beyond just completing the game and get everything. And he has a segment called The Struggle. And that bit was, it was only 2 minutes, but that was my most interest. That's part of the video I was most interested in. Is in that's difficult. That's overcoming obstacles and challenges. So it was like, if I can, and then also I was thinking of Uncharted 2 and this grand adventure. I basically want to take the viewer along on a grand adventure through a world, through a gaming world, which are always different. They're all brilliant. And narrate it and have trophies as the obstacle with the ultimate goal of getting the platinum. Yeah, all that combined. Top Gear, The Completionist, Uncharted. And my desire to create something bigger. I was doing review videos or Let's Plays. I want to do something bigger. And I came up with the idea for Platinum Journey. I went, that's cool. I'd love to see if I'd love just to watch that. And after a quick look on YouTube, nobody was doing it. And then I got paranoid after I did the first episode and it was kind of crap. And I did the second episode and I was kind of worried, shit, what if someone sees my wonderful idea and does it themselves? 6 years later, nobody else is crazy enough to do this. Yeah, finish a game. Yeah, and then go back through hours upon hours upon hours of footage and yeah, script it all up. Make a little, there's a reason why I call it document. I view each episode as a mini documentary. But yeah, those are the inspirations. There's probably a couple more. A fun inspiration for Platinum Journey is in the intro. When I stand in front of the camera and I say, welcome to Platinum Journey, where I document the highs and lows of getting a Platinum Trophy in some brilliant games. That, highs and lows, that is from a TV show called Booze Britain. Booze Britain was a show made in 2001, 2002. You can find episodes of it online. Just type into YouTube. It basically documents a night out of people in England, and they're binge drinkers essentially, but they're just having the crack. And the intro to all the episodes, the narrator normally says, charting the highs and lows of whatever, of a night out in Sheffield. And that highs and lows are just, engraved in my head. So yeah, that part is from Booze Britain. So Booze Britain, Top Gear, The Completionist, Uncharted, and The Adventure. Christherum. Have you pre-ordered The Last of Us 2? No, I don't pre-order games, not since Final Fantasy 12, when I thought there'd be a big rush for the game. And then I walked into GameStop and there was no one around, walked right up to the counter, passed by 14 copies of Final Fantasy 12, asked for my copy, which I pre-ordered like an idiot, and he said, here you go. So yeah, I don't pre-order games anymore. I will get The Last of Us pretty close to release window though, or release day. Renaki K, do you call yourself a trophy hunter? No, I wouldn't. Outside of the show, the only platinums I've gotten would be Oxenfree, and Oxenfree is kind of an adventure style game by Night School Studios. Really good. And I don't know. Like, what interests me more than the actual trophies is the experience and the challenge and everything goes into it as you get to the platinum. That's the part that interests me the most. But I do have a show about trophy hunting, when you boil it down. So I wouldn't call myself a trophy hunter, because outside the show I don't really get trophies. Because if I'm going to get trophies, I'm like, I should be filming this. Why aren't I filming this? I suppose I am a trophy hunter. Yeah, I suppose I am. I wouldn't call myself it, but I suppose I am. Funk Soul Brother 6000. Good to see you, buddy. This fella's been around watching my stuff for years. Years since I was working with gaming websites. Cool fella. And here's a non-gaming one. Would you rather poop out a baseball or pee out a marble? I'd rather fucking die. James Black. Congrats on hitting 10k. What game are you most looking forward to in the next 10 years? Mine's probably Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and God of War 2. Good picks. Most looking forward to in the next 10 years? The game I'm most looking forward to in the next 10 years is a game I could not fathom. That's what I'm most looking forward to. 10 years ago, I could not say, I'm really looking forward to a game by the folks who made Jak and Daxter, and they're going to make a sort of post-apocalyptic survival game, and that's going to be my favourite game in the next 10 years. I couldn't fathom it. So the endless possibility is what I'm looking forward to the most. These PS5s and Xbox Series X, the game I'm looking forward to is a game I have no idea about the possibilities of. That's what I'm looking for. Being surprised. Seventh Wall 34. What do you enjoy about earning platinums? Extending the lifespan of games I enjoy. I always find it satisfying when I get... Read more. I always find it satisfying when I get one and feel that the adventure I went on was worth it and a great achievement. I hope you do more platinum journeys as you've inspired me to earn more trophies. Thanks, Adam. Thank you. Extending the lifespan of beloved games. That's my favourite part. An excuse to keep going. Dystopian Times. Will you ever try the Platinum Wolfenstein 2 or The Evil Within? Probably not. I'd like to do The Evil Within, because it's made by Shinji Mikami, who made Resident Evil 4, which I adore. But it's low on the priority list. It is. It really is. Unfortunate. Oogly. Because you are the Adam McDermott, you've been invited to visit a game studio for a day. All expense paid trip. Well, I fucking hope so. If given the choice, what up-and-coming game would you pick to have a small cameo in? The game I would like to have a small cameo in is a game which was a game I would like to have a small cameo in. It's a game that was released recently. After Party by Night School Studios, the same folks who did Oxenfree. 2 friends are sent to hell, and in order to escape hell, they must outdrink the devil. Sign me up. That's the game I want to be in. I want to be the bartender. I want to tell stupid stories, and I want to be the bartender. I want to be the annoying friend that has like one scene where he's just a drunken, complete mess. Yeah, but game's already out. Upcoming games, I can't think of any, but After Party. If they do DLC, Night School Studios, give me a shout. I play a great drunk. Balak. Unwill Gwaelga a guts. Yelain Focal a gum, I'm afraid. Years upon years of education in Ireland, and you come out of it speaking barely any Irish. It's kind of crap. It's sad, it really is. As in, I can read Irish and comprehend it, but speaking it and holding conversation, no. It's unfortunate. I speak better Spanish than Irish, which, shouldn't be the thing. Coates, what is your rarest trophy? Mine is Mile High Club for Modern Warfare Remastered. Probably the same for me, buddy. Yeah, probably the same. Yeah. I haven't checked the exact, probably Shovel Knight speedrun trophy because of just the smaller player base. Yeah. Shagata456, will you do Platinum Journey on Detroit? No. It's too easy. I did Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus years ago, and I found that it was just a dull episode because it was too easy. So Detroit, after looking up the trophy list, it seems too easy. It's just follow a guide, make that choice, do that. There's no real gameplay challenge in it. I don't think it would make for a good episode. Rolas21, what games do you have on your radar to platinum in the future? Also, would you be... hang on a second. Read more. Also, would you... How much have I drank? Also, it would be cool if you made a list of like 5 games you want to platinum and ask your subscribers what games would they like you to do next. That way they feel more involved on your journey to platinum more games. What games do you have on your radio and platinum? God of War next. I'm keeping quiet about after that. Would you... The poll thing, I did that before. The unfortunate thing is if you do a poll of, let's say, 3 games or even 5, and let's say one game gets a quarter of the votes, so you do that game, but then you've also disappointed 75% of people, because 75% of people voted for something else. And then even if you move on to a different poll with different games, you keep getting the questions, well, what about that? I voted for that game and you're not doing it. I did a poll when I was working with Sifted of 3 games, and I think it's like you disappointed half the people. It was only 3 games, but I've disappointed half the people because they picked other things. So yeah, I'm just stick to pick a game, do the research. Here it is. I'll do that. Derek, Heroic Gamer. Nice name. What is the hardest and easy games you've completed? Hardest is a 3-way tie between Dead Space 2, Shovel Knight, and Modern Warfare. Easiest, Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. No, sorry, I take that back. Madden 11. Run up the score, 2 controllers. I'm drinking this pint way too slowly. Been going 24 minutes, folks. You just pick up the pace. Let's get hammered. Yeah, Hiko122. Do you ever see yourself getting a platinum trophy for any Kingdom Hearts games? No. They don't interest me. I like that they exist. I played a bit of the first one, but the series as a whole doesn't interest me. Fair enough if you like it, no problem there. I know there's a big passionate fan base about Kingdom Hearts, and I'm glad you finally got the Kingdom Hearts 3, but not on my radar at the moment. Caramel Shizzle. Any plans do more? I'm slurring my words already. Jesus. Any plans do more Metal Gear Solid Platinums? Would love to see more. Love the videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Yes, love to do Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4. They're pipe dream games. Absolutely. Metal Gear Solid 5. 2 and 4 first. Mickey D, how's your traveling going? Great. Always admired your ability to make videos while you're also on the go. Thank you very much. Bit of clarification. It's easy to say, oh, I'm traveling. In reality, it's more like I moved. I spent time living around Europe. I spent some months in Vietnam. Slow travel. I travel at most 1 day in a month. That's really what it is. When I think of travelers, it's, put on the backpack and stay in hostels and party every night. Like, no, I moved. I lived there. I did groceries. And my travel days were normally, jump on a bus for 5 hours. Oh, very stressful. Because, my ability to make videos, that's the important thing. That's the precedent. Stay in a country for 1 to 3 months based on visa things, and then move to the next. Europe is so simple. Jump on a bus for 5 hours. 3 more months, wherever you want. Yeah, so my travel days are 1 day in a month at most. Sometimes 1 day in 2 months. It's not quite as impressive. If I was like hostile and bouncing around, and I see some people who travel and it's so exhausting. Like they have an itinerary. Huh? What? No, I couldn't be doing that. It's exhausting. But yeah, I don't travel that much. I just move and live in different places. What do you like to do Carly Magnus. What do you like to do outside of YouTube? Any other hobbies besides gaming? Yes. Day drinking. In all seriousness, outside of YouTube, yes. One of my favorite things to do in the world is to, especially when I move to a different place, is to walk down the main street with a backpack on me, with a book or two, pen, paper, take in the sights and sounds, sit outside a bar, being able to watch the world go by, bit of sunshine, in shorts and a t-shirt, read, write. Yeah, and just like, I'm content doing that. Even going to a park as well. Just, if I can be outside, read, write and drink, I'm happy. So happy. Actual hobbies, tennis. Quite enjoy playing tennis. Really enjoy. I used to play football back in the day. Soccer for all you foreigners. But tennis is much better, because when you're playing football, you get the ball once every, you get the ball for 1, maybe 2 minutes in a game. Whereas in tennis, you get the ball half the time. It's great. Fortunately, I still have this like pipe dream. I'm going to move to Spain, south of Spain, where I can play tennis any day of the week, any time of the year. Yeah, tennis. DD Punk 18. Can we expect any non-Platinum Journey videos from you? Yes, I would hope so. I've got plans, like, Platinum Journey is just the beginning. Yeah, I've got idea for other series I would like to do in the coming years. Some bigger, some smaller. But yeah, my main goal at the moment is Platinum Journey on a consistent basis, and then add to it in the coming years. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, folks. You're stuck with me for a long time. Oh, that was by DD Punk 18, by the way. Timon Cook. Are you going to buy a PS5 on launch day? And if so, what launch titles are you hoping for? Launch day? No. Launch window? Probably. Around Christmas. What launch titles are you hoping for? Horizon 2 would be great. I'm also looking forward to games that haven't been announced yet. That's going to be really interesting. That's one of the excitements of when a new console is coming out. These new games they announced, like with the PS3, it was Resistance Fall of Man. That just hooked me. PS5, we haven't seen what's going to happen yet. Dark Mudkip. How do you feel about online trophies? Has there ever been an online trophy that stopped you from getting a platinum? Online trophies I am vehemently against, because not every game is hugely successful. Not every game is going to have thousands upon thousands of people online. Some games, I'll give you an example, Rage, made by id Software. Good game, has online trophies. Good fucking luck finding a match now. So online trophies, also The Last of Us. Don't grinding multiplayer trophies, stupid. Uncharted 2, 3 and 4 online trophies, great. Sample a mode. Did you like it? Yes, keep playing. Did you not like it? Grand, here's your trophy. Thanks for trying. Those are good online trophies. Grinding shit? No thanks. Online trophy that stopped you from getting the platinum? Resistance 2 and 3. Servers are off. Can't get the platinum. So yeah. Maurice Carlson. What is your favourite food? Pizza. Also asks, have you ever thought about quitting trophy hunting and for what or which reasons? Nope. Because the trophy hunting is a byproduct of the journey. The journey is what interests me. The old adage, it's not the destination, but the journey that counts. So, Joe Schmo. How many controllers have you destroyed, if any? I've currently destroyed 0 controllers. Those are expensive. I'm not leathering one against a wall. No, thank you. Chef Boy Sauce. That's interesting. I absolutely love your Platinum Journey series. What inspired you to do it? Do you ever get burnt out in doing Platinums? I'll ask this in sequential order or chronological order. Inspires, thing I said before, combination of Booze Britain, Top Gear, The Completionist, and Uncharted and The Adventure. Do you ever get burnt out in doing trophies? No. Because I do at most 1 episode a month. That's the key. If I was playing games and trophy hunting every single day, I'd get burnt out. But I don't, because the production cycle of each episode is quite long, so by the time I get back around to getting trophies and playing a game, I'm like, yes, this is so exciting. Also, picking good games that you're excited to play is important. How much satisfaction do you get upon uploading the videos? Because as a viewer, the videos are very satisfying. Good background music, clear, concise descriptions and speech, a charming smile. I can tell you put lots of work into the videos. Thank you. Thank you very much. Satisfaction is, from my part anyway, is immense. It's almost pride. I view each episode as a minor miracle that it somehow came together without falling apart at some point. You know, all the steps that go into it, how it didn't fall apart, how a file didn't get corrupted. Each episode is a minor miracle. So when I get to finish the video and push publish, I'm like, oh, wow, it worked. Thank good background music. Thank you for saying that. I spend at least a day looking up music to fit the theme of the game. In earlier episodes, I had a general base of music that I used in every episode. And then with the Eco episode, I got a subscription to Epidemic Sounds and started using royalty-free music to fit the game. So each game has its own sort of soundscape, which I just love doing. Clear, concise descriptions. Thank you. I spend quite a bit of time on writing each episode. And then I have to I write it and then I sort of like bring it down a notch so it's more conversational, but also, as you said, being concise. A charming smile. Well, good genetics. I can tell you put lots of work in it. I do. Each episode is at least 100 hours. So, thanks. Matty, what motivated you to start making videos? Congrats on 10k, mate. Here's to 20k next. Motivated me to start making videos. I started making videos of NFL highlights. NFL highlights, the greatest catches, the greatest tackles, player profiles. That's what I started doing in 2011 or so. And then I got hit with this thing called copyright strikes. So I stopped doing NFL videos. And then I transitioned. Gaming was in this grey point of where you could sort of do anything and you wouldn't get hit with a copyright strike because gameplay is unique. It was in this grey area, and now it's embraced by publishers and developers. But there was a while where there was sort of the question of, can you monetize a Let's Play? But eventually they said, yeah, you can. So that's why I transitioned over to gaming. As what made me start making videos, I just wanted to make something cool. I wanted epic music. I wanted cool clips. That was it. I just wanted to make something. Nathan Hughes. Buddy. Makara. How are you, buddy? Cheers to you. As I was so vigorous with my cheers and I spilled half it down myself. Nathan, I've known for years. We worked together with onlysingleplayer.com. Great lads. He lives in Kildare, I believe. Should probably visit you at some point. I'm only in Ireland a few weeks a year. Well. What's the best pint? The black stuff is hard to beat. The best pint... So for me, the best pint at home is Guinness. It is. The best pint at home is Guinness. Or whatever was the cheapest can in this bar shop. Depends on your goal for the evening. You're trying to get leathered. You're trying to just chillax, relax. The best pint in a pub is rarely Guinness. Because most folks don't pour the Guinness properly. Most folks don't have the right line. So you're just... the Guinness is either going to be great or terrible. It's never going to be in between. I normally go with Beamish because fucking chuck it into the glass, I don't care. Or Tuborg is grand, chuck it into the glass. There's no waiting around for it. Yeah, pint-wise, in a bar, whatever's cheapest. Mainly. Beamish is good though. If your cheapest stout is Beamish and just chuck it in the glass, I don't care if you screwed up the pour. I can't tell a good pint of Beamish from a bad pint of Beamish. They all seem to taste the same, which is probably good. And then as for just beer regularly, chuck Tuborg is normally €4 a pint. Chuck that in there. Some folks are buying Heineken for $5.30 a pint, and I think they're out of their goddamn mind. Because after 3 or 4, they all taste the same. And I'm going to have 9. Bulky Acorn. How did you come with the idea of Platinum Journeys? Mentioned that before. Combination of things. Oh boy. Introspective. Favorite episode of Platinum Journey? I'm quite fond of the Bioshock episodes because of those little segments in between. The clips of like floating around Rapture. I had to buy the game on PC and then enable God mode and fly around maps. So I have a fond spot for that one. I've also a fond spot for the Eco episode because that was when I thought like, oh, I got music to suit the game. That was a step up, and the speedrun is pretty good in that one. Yeah, maybe the Bioshock or the Eco one. Yeah. Bioshock or Eco. Perhaps you could put up any episode of Priority. That might be my favourite one. Favourite Bioshock game? The first one. Yeah. The mystery, the atmosphere, Rapture, the introduction to everything, Andrew Ryan. I know the final boss is crap, but the first 3/4 of the game are just a 10. Amazing. Matthew Parsons. How are you? I'm grand, Matthew. How are you? Yeah Ashraf. Hope I got that right. Yeah Ashraf. What has been your hardest platinum yet, and what was your favourite? Similar there. Three-Way Tie, Dead Space 2, Eco, Modern Warfare. What was your favourite? Three-Way Tie, Dead Space 2, Shovel Knight, Modern Warfare. Favourite? Eco or Bioshock? Isaac Clyde. What has gotten you into trophy hunting? Mentioned that before. I think I'm going to, at this point, questions do start to repeat. I think I'll just mention that before and we'll carry on because otherwise we're going to be here all fucking day and I'm going to be on the floor. That would make for a good video though. Was there certain games you particularly liked? Dead Space. That you wanted to get the most out of? Yes, Dead Space. Was it the addicting bling sound for whatever trophy that pops? Or something else entirely, or a mix of these? It was just adding to the play of the game I loved. Also a weird question. All for weird questions. But what is your favourite trophy icon? In case you didn't know, but I'm talking about each trophy has its own icon, small image. If you pay at least some attention to them, then I'd like to know if you have any favourite ones. Fortunately, I pay zero attention to them. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what any icon of any game's trophy I've ever gotten is. Sorry. Albini Alpert. In the Q&A, I'd love to hear about your personal life. Personal life. Okay, so have a good family. Parents are still married and More than likely will be for the rest of their lives. That's quite nice. I have 2 brothers, both younger. I'm the eldest. 3 years between me and my second brother. 8 years between me and my youngest. Make a living as a video editor. Have moved around a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I have to be more specific. Personal life. Single. No partner. 29, by the way. In case folks didn't know it. I probably guessed by the hairline. Yeah, that's about it. I'm not remarkable. So, yeah, thanks. Quadri Rolls Dude. Might be too late to ask, but Resident Evil 2 Remastered Platinum Journey. When? After I do Resident Evil 1 Platinum Journey. Yeah, the Resident Evil series is one I'm eyeing up of doing an episode at some point. Absolutely. Resident Evil 4 is one of my favourite games ever made, so I'd love to do 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Hopefully by the time I get to 4, they will have re-released it with an actual platinum trophy. Because right now it's got no platinum, which is absurd because it's got a great trophy list. Is 904. Do you have any type of social media? Yes, I have Twitter. That's it. I thought of doing an Instagram. It's just so fucking vapid. I don't know. I find here's an image that's been doctored and photoshopped and filtered to high hell to make whatever it is look way better. Nah. To each their own though. Brandon Edwards. I love your vids, Adam. What are some games you're itching to platinum? Keep up the great content. Thanks. Itching to platinum, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4. Keep up the great content. I have every intention of doing so. In fact, the next episode of Platinum Journey God of War will feature a brand new camera. Everything will look nicer. This is the old camera, showing its age, but sure, go on. Nathan Drake posted, Jesus, Nathan Drake himself. I've done 4 episodes of Platinum Journey about you, buddy. That was the funnest platinum trophy to do. South Park, The Stick of Truth. Absolutely hilarious. Matthew Harris, what inspired you to document your journey through getting a platinum? Also, which platinum would you like? Which platinum that you own would you be the most heartbroken to lose? Like if PSN glitched out or something and deleted it. Inspired to make platinum journey? Answered that before. Would you most heartbroken to lose? None. If I woke up in the morning and my PSN account said I had 0 platinum trophies, I'd be okay. Because I have the experience that's in me. I went through it. I have the videos for proof. So I'm okay. You could wipe my account or I could start a new account. I'm good. I know what it was like to platinum the Bioshock games. I know what it was like to platinum The Last of Us. So take away the trophies, I don't mind. The memories and the experience lives on. Space Burrito. Jesus, Burrito, how'd you get into space? What's your top 10 games of all time? Impossible. Some of the favourites, Pokemon Red, The Last of Us, Dead Space, Bioshock, Ratchet & Clank 2. Madden 11. I played so many hours of Madden 11 with me and my cousin down in Kerry on holiday where we didn't want to go anywhere. Family was like, here's your holiday. Like, we don't want to go anywhere. We just want to stay inside and play Madden. It was great. Yeah, too many to pick from. Oxenfree I adore as well. Couldn't make a top 10, buddy. Royale. Are you going to try and platinum The Last of Us Part 2? Yes. He also asks, or she also asks, what made you want to start trophy hunting? Answer that. This trophy hunting thing is going to start popping up quite a bit. I had to look through it. So I answered it before. What's the hardest part of doing YouTube? Marcus. The hardest part of doing YouTube. I think it's a 2-point. When you're starting out, is making videos that are sent into the void. Where there's no response. You're making stuff, you spend hours on it, you put up, you get 2 views, one of which was you, checking that it's actually live. That's the hardest point when you're starting out. Into the void. And you do this for years, sometimes. At this point, when you're around, once you get up to around 10,000, it starts to become a thing of there's not enough time in the day. That's what it becomes. Now it's like, I don't want to do anything else, make my own videos. Battery load, folks, been going on for fucking ages. It's that, hey, actual work comes in that I get paid for, and I'm thinking, I don't want to do that. I want to do my stuff. That's the hardest part now, is finding enough time. Have you ever gotten Gallant Mon 4? Have you got a gaming genre comfort zone, and would you ever try to platinum a game outside that comfort zone? A comfort zone would be third-person action adventure. Pretty comfortable with that. Outside that comfort zone, Shovel Knight. 2D retro game, NES inspired. I never even played an NES. So that was outside my comfort zone. I probably won't be going back there. Oogly! He's back. Have you ever encountered any weird experiences while traveling? Yes. Quite a few. It's good to expand your horizons and push your boundaries. If you want to know where the middle of the road is, you gotta know where the curb is. Refill. Steady pour, folks. Steady. Nice and steady. You don't want to interrupt the flow. You want to keep it nice and steady. Nice and steady. There we go. There we go. Poured like a champion. And watch the cascade of nitrogen as I answer the next question. T. Tipana. Will you plat the fractured butthole? Yes. I have it actually. I bought the game. I have it downloaded. I would love to do it at some point this year. But there's no rush. There's no new South Park on the horizon, so savour it. Jamie Donnelly. Will you be doing The Last of Us Part 2 Platinum Journey? Yes. Love the content. Thanks. Rogue Guardian. What hack and slash series do you prefer? God of War, Devil May Cry? God of War. Devil May Cry is good though, but I adore God of War. Liam Kerrigan. Gotta wait. Liam Kerrigan. What part of Ireland did you grow up in, and where are you living now? Also, congratulations. Lads, I should have eaten before this. Yeah, I didn't eat today at all. Can't stop now. And congratulations on 10k. I grew up in Limerick, which is down, for folks who aren't from Ireland, it's down south in Ireland. It's a great place, really lovely. Population 100,000. There's the River Shannon, which is the biggest river in Ireland, runs through it. It's a beautiful city. Where am I living now? Currently, I'm here in Ireland. This is my parents' house, and I'm leaving in about a few weeks. My possibilities are where I was going to move to Central Europe, but this fucking coronavirus thing. There's you can't go to Northern Italy, and Switzerland now has a place, but I was never going to Switzerland. Jesus, one of the most expensive places in the world. I was hoping to go to Hungary, Serbia, some of those places, but a part of me just thinks coronavirus be damned. I'll go. Who cares? Tough it out. Qual960. Do you buy the PS5 day one? Not day one, but somewhere inside the first month or two. Dystopian times. Aha! Good stuff. Dystopian times. Do your... Do you own any non-Sony consoles or handhelds? Also, do you plan on getting a PS5 when it comes out? Close enough. Non-Sony consoles or handhelds. I had the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy... I never had a DS. I think I stopped the Game Boy Advance. And then I had... myself and my brother owned the original Xbox. Not the 360 and... No, so at the moment, no. PS3, PS4 is what I currently own. Adam Lewis. Hey, fellow Adam. Good name. How do you find the motivation to spend days hunting for trophies while not making you dislike the game you're playing? Picking a game you already like or are intrigued by is the main thing. You pick a game you're like, I wouldn't mind spending 20, 30 hours in here. That'll be good. That's the main thing you do. Kashi Air, what was your hardest platinum? Three-Way Tie, Dead Space 2, Shovel Knight, and Modern Warfare. Ian, you recently were travelling. If not too personal, could you talk about some of the places you saw and why were you travelling? Good question. Travelling is because the cost of rent in Ireland is astronomical. For the past 4 years, in Ireland, rental prices have went up by double-digit percentage. So to put that into perspective, imagine if you worked all year long and at the end of the year, your boss said to you, or you worked freelance and you got a raise or you got bigger clients, you raised your income, whatever way possible, by 10%. What a great fucking year that was. And let's imagine that the following year you do it again, another 10%. You're on a roll, you're kicking ass. And now let's imagine you do that another 2 years. So you've had 4 years of 10% raising your income. You are on top of the world, right? No, because rental prices have went up 10% every year with you. So after 4 years of busting your ass, you're still at square one. At that point you think, fuck it, the system's rigged. I'm out. And that's the reason for leaving Ireland. Is that the price of getting a one-bedroom apartment, not even in Dublin, way down south to Limerick, just keeps going up and up and up and up to the point that I can't afford it. And if I share a house with other people, that means I got to come back to my parents' house to film because I can't take over a communal sitting room. This is a spare room in my parents' house. I can't take over a communal sitting room and film videos for hours on end. I can't do voiceovers any time of the day because people won't shut the fuck up. So the main reason for leaving Ireland is because rental prices I can't keep up. And it's not me alone. A great many number of young Irish people are just, see ya. Many folks fecked off. Even in my immediate family, my brother's in England, okay? One of my cousins is in Canada. Another one of my cousins is in Australia. People are just leaving. Young people just can't keep up. So that's the reason for leaving. Can't keep up. And there's no point doing it. So leave, go someplace else. Enjoy the wonders of a one-bedroom apartment where I can film endlessly and leave up. Basically for my own space is what I'm trying to do. And I've lost my point. I've lost where I am in the questions. There we go, Ian. Okay, so that's the question why I left. I wanted my own place. Can't do it in Ireland. Thankfully, my income is online, so move over. Some of the places you saw. I lived in... Where did I live? I lived in Alicante in Spain, which was quite nice. Nice people. Nice people will apply to every place. I lived in Croatia for a bit. Lived in Bosnia, which was... I lived in the capital, Sarajevo, which about 25 years ago went through a horrific war. And that's just so... I'll never complain, as he says after complaining about rental prices. But it does put into perspective when you're there. It's like, I'm not going to complain while I'm here, you know. Oh, I was served cold food instead of hot. Shut the fuck up. You know, there's bullet holes in walls. Shut the fuck up. Oh, my beer is a bit flat. Shut the fuck up. So that was eye-opening. Spent time in Serbia and Bulgaria. And then spent 1 month in Thailand and a couple of months in Vietnam. Back here at the moment, and then just going to spend the rest of the year around Europe. Nice and handy. Because, you know, going to Asia is so glamorous and like foreign and exotic, but the travel of getting there and getting back, oh, Jesus, you take days to recover. So yeah, I'm sticking around Europe. Take advantage of being European. Where all the countries just open borders. Oh, you're European. Come on in. Don't even ask you what you're there for. It's great. So long as you respect them and actually leave after 3 months. Adam Webb. Favorite destination you visited on your travels? Plovdiv in Bulgaria is one of them. It's this wonderful little city, and it's got the biggest pedestrianized street in all of Europe, which is great because there's no cars. You can just walk through and just be at peace. It's got a fantastic park. It's got some great bars with outdoor seating. When I was there in May, and the weather was just on point. Yeah, I was content. I was so content there. Really was. Yeah, that's one of my favorite places. That's a place I could think to myself, I could live here. I could absolutely live here. Yeah. Also, residency visa in Bulgaria, pretty easy. You can just, if you're renting property, that sort of qualifies you. So that's probably my favorite. Yeah. Though I have great memories from other places. Like there's a great drinking spot I had in Split in Croatia, and Niš in Serbia had a wonderful river running through it, which people went down to in the evenings on the weekend and played music and drank. A lot of my stories revolve around drinking, but Plovdiv in Bulgaria is one I'm like, I could live here. This is great. Zombie Killer 300. What would be your perfect platinum? 0 multiplayer trophies, 0 collectibles. That's it. Soaked 23. Hey buddy. Long time viewer of the channel. Will you consider doing a really tough platinum journey, similar to when you tackled Dead Space 2 in the future? Yes. I think I'll do one really tough one a year. For example, last year's one was Modern Warfare. That was more difficult. That's as difficult, if not more, than Dead Space 2. And another one in the future, yeah. I'll be doing another one. Don't know. I can't say which one yet, but there'll be a difficult one this year for sure. Rusher. What is your next platinum? God of War. The new one. I already did the old one. Hello there. Hello, Mr. Ben Kenobi. How come the idea to do the Platinum Journey series? Combination, I answered this before, I'll just repeat it. Combination of Booze Britain, Top Gear, The Completionist, and Uncharted and The Grand Adventure. Combine the whole thing, add voiceover, you got Platinum Journey. Riggs TV, absolute massive fan. Do you set yourself a target goal for Platinums for the year? Yes. In an ideal world, I'd like to have an episode a month. In an ideal world, I'd like to have an episode a month. So yeah, the goal every year is 12. 2 years ago I did 3. So the goal is always 12. But this year I'm on a good pace. What is it? February? March? I'm 2 for 2. I've had one come out in January, one come out in February. So 2 for 2. See how March goes. Kyle Jusab. What is the weirdest experience you've ever had with a girl? Finding out she was a man. In all seriousness. Had sex in an alleyway? That's about it. Not good. It's cold and concrete and wouldn't recommend it. Nostradamus New. Man, you're hot. Well, I try. I do try. Pennies. Blaze. What's the most absurd difficulty mode you've ever seen? Dead Space 2 hardcore mode. If not I think Wolfenstein, I might be wrong. Wolfenstein 2 has permadeath. That's the most difficult. If not that, Dead Space 2 hardcore mode. 3 saves for the whole game. On a really difficult setting. Game. Gem Master. Double XL. What motivated you to start the fantastic series Platinum Journey? Also keep up with those fantastic episodes. Adam, thank you. Motivation. Combination of Booze Britain, Top Gear, The Completionist, Uncharted and The Adventure. Add voiceover. Off we go. You know, just a journey with the goal in mind. Morrow. Would we ever... I don't know how to pronounce the O. I think that's Greek, is it? Would we ever Platinum God of War 2018? Yes, that is the next episode. Blah Ven. Say 10 games you'd like to Platinum soon-ish. Can't say 10, buddy. Plans do change. I have an idea about what I'd like to do. For now, I'm just saying next episode will be God of War. Konstantinos Konstantinos Matsis. Konstantinos Matsis. Will you ever make a video talking about your favourite games? It's kind of what Platinum Journey is, right? Like these are some of my favourite games. I mentioned at the beginning of each episode, this is one of my favourite games. And I try to sprinkle in reasons why throughout the episode. An actual video of like this, talking about my favourite games. Maybe. I might do a top 10 once the PS4 is over. I did a top 10 of PS3 games. I might do a top 10 of PS4 games. PB Gent, Coke or Pepsi? Pepsi. It's bubblier, I prefer the tastes. And it goes better with vodka. It really does. Coke with vodka, I don't know. I don't like the taste of Coke and vodka, but Pepsi and vodka, A-okay. And Pepsi and whiskey is great. Coke and whiskey doesn't taste too great to me either. PB Gent, if you could delete episodes 7, 8 and 9 from history and remake the Star Wars trilogy with any writers, directors, producers, editors and actors of your choice, would you? Sure, why not? That is an absurd amount of power. Okay, yeah. Disney, give me money, back up the truck. Okay, preface this by saying, not really much of a Star Wars fan, as he checks the microphone for time. Not really much of a Star Wars fan. I've watched the original trilogy, maybe once. I watched the prequels, and I watched the first episode of the new trilogy. But sure, I'm going to delete the new trilogy. Remake the Star Wars. Any writers? Aaron Sorkin. I want snappy dialogue. Directors. Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan can do big spectacle well and believable. Producers. Spielberg. Editors. The editor for Martin Scorsese. I can't remember her name at the moment. But she's got about 3 Academy Awards and she's done so many Scorsese movies. Her. And actors. Okay, so Harrison Ford was in the first one. I liked him. That's grand. Your man Kylo Ren, I didn't care for. I'd replace him with someone more menacing. But I suppose that's not the character. He's meant to be a bit whiny though, isn't he? If he's meant to be whiny, I suppose keep him. The 3 main folks, the lady, the pilot, the black fella, I didn't care. Well, the black fella was actually funny with his scenes with Harrison Ford, so he can stay. The lady, I don't know, she just did kind of nothing for me. I don't know. And then the pilot, he did nothing either. But he was great in Ex Machina. Isaac Bruce? Oscar something? Okay, so he is good. He's just not good in Star Wars. And that might be... I haven't seen the lady and other stuff either. So, we give all 3 of them a second chance with the new writer, new director. Maybe they're actually all 3 good actors. So they can all stay. All the 3 main characters can stay. Harrison Ford can stay. Kylo Ren... You know what? The cast stays the same. How about that? And we give them new writers, directors, producers and editors. I think that alone, they'll all be elevated and people go like, you know what? It's pretty fucking good. So yeah, I'm going to delete the trilogy as it stands and make them new with Aaron Sorkin, Christopher Nolan, Spielberg, and the wonderful lady who's made so many absolute classics, but I can't remember her name at the moment. Hydra V8. Did you play Days Gone and God of War 2018? And what do you think about these 2 games? Days Gone? No, probably won't. Open world doesn't really appeal to me. Bikers, not for me. God of War, yes, I've played it and platinumed it. Hence why it's the next episode. It's good. It took a while for me to get used to it. Coming from the original God of War trilogy to this one. It took me a while. The story works and I liked it. The turning point for me was getting the head. Getting the severed head. And yeah, it was good. Sib Boss S. Thoughts on online trophies? Vehemently against them. For 2 reasons. 1, they're grindy most of the time. 2, if your game isn't a huge success and people aren't online, they're impossible a couple of years later to get. Locks out the platinum. Anthony Rivera. Do you think you'll platinum Death Stranding? No. Probably not. I'm glad the game exists, and I'm more than happy to give that mad fella Kojima shitloads of money, but I won't be playing Death Stranding. Doesn't interest me. Panos P. Is there a game you regret downloading the trophy patch? That would be the last. Little Big Planet 1 for me. I heard about that. Kind of ruined the trophies. No, for me I've been fortunate. Trophy patches are fine. Maurice Carlson. Did I see you before? Tell us about some platinum fails. Batting 1,000, buddy. I've gotten them all. Every game I've set out to make an episode on, I've gotten. No platinum fails so far. I'm untouchable. Thanos. Hey, buddy. How many platinums do you have, and what is your favourite hardest platinum you earned? I think I've got about 25, 26 platinums. What is your favourite hardest... Favourites? Eco. Eco, Bioshock. Hardest... Three-Way Tie, Dead Space 2, Modern Warfare, and... Shovel Knight. Con. My question is... What could wrong? What could wrong indeed? That's when I made the post for these questions, I was drunk, and I didn't spell what could go wrong. I put down what could wrong, and I thought it was just ironic brilliance. So I just left it. Yeah, what could wrong? Luke Moxham, fave game to platinum. Dead Space. Akiba8807. What's the one game you wanted to platinum but never had time to or haven't got to yet? Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4. Javier Abreu. Javier. Of all the platinums, which do you think were so fun that you would go back and get again? Bioshock. Eco. Dead Space. Is that it? Yeah, probably that's about it. Abdullah Khalid. Since when you become a trophy hunter? 2013, 14 with Dead Space? Well, with Madden 11. Vince Butler. Do you have a backlog of games that you plan to platinum? And if so, how many games are in it? A backlog? No. I think because when I start a game, either I'm going to finish it or I'm going to make an episode on it, which means I am definitely going to finish it. Right now, my backlog is Dragon Quest 11, which I'm about 40 hours into, and I adore Dragon Quest 8. So in Dragon Quest 11, I finally got around to playing it. I love it, and I'd like to continue and finish it and see how the story goes. So that's my backlog at the moment, and after that, I'd like to play After Party by Night School Studios, the folks who made Oxenfree. Really excited to play that game. Oh, as a side note, keep up the great work. I really enjoy your channel. Thanks, Vince. Wayne Knox, what is your proudest platinum and trophy? Three-Way Tie, Dead Space 2, Shovel Knight, and Modern Warfare Remastered. Chilled Bones. I love the Platinum Run videos. They're the best and such a good video to watch from when I have the time. Honestly, keep it up. Fire. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, like seeing stuff when people respond of like, I really enjoy these, keep doing them. It's really nice. Thank you. Jesse Cash, what got you in gaming? SmackDown versus Raw, whatever it was. There was a SmackDown wrestling game on the PS1 that a neighbour of mine had. Oh no, wait, that's wrong. That was the console. What got me into gaming was Pokemon Red. That was it. Pokemon Red on the Game Boy. I lived in a state where everyone had Pokemon, and we all played Pokemon. We had the link cables, and we battled and traded. Pokemon Red. That's what got me into gaming. Ya boy asks, will you ever do a big platinum game like Days Gone or Red Dead Redemption 2? No and no. Days Gone may be manageable, but I'd rather do something more challenging. Red Dead Redemption 2, far too big. Far too big. Much like The Witcher 3. People ask about The Witcher 3. Way too big. And will you do another Pokemon journey? Yes. Pokemon Gold. I'm going to be filming it in the next couple of months and then putting it out towards the end of the year. Working on it in the background. I want to do a Pokemon journey once a year. I love that. I love making those videos. Spencer Malizweski. Malishki. 3 questions. Who or what was your biggest influence for wanting to obtain a platinum in a video game? There's no one person. It was just looking up trophy lists and going, oh, cool, I can play some of my favourite games longer. My second question is, of all the games you played, which game would you like to platinum? Would you like a platinum in but can't obtain? Metal Gear. Well, can't. There is no game I can't obtain a platinum in. In all honesty, Jesus. Which game would you like a platinum in but can't obtain? In all honesty, any game I've decided to platinum, I've gotten it, because I don't go after platinums that are absurd, like Star Ocean or something like that. Yeah, most games, if I say I want the platinum, I get it. Not bragging, it's just reasonable expectations. And lastly, what do you think of online trophies? Don't like them. Shouldn't be in games. 2 reasons. Normally they're grindy. Normally they're terrible. 2, if your game isn't hugely popular, people aren't online, getting matches is almost impossible, and then servers inevitably shut down. Mastodor. What kind of game is your favourite? Third-person action-adventure. Third-person game, story-driven. With combat, but not too much. Basically, The Last of Us. Is PS4 your only gaming console? Nope, I currently have a PS3 as well. Steven Santiago. Will you ever discuss the highs and lows of completing some brilliant Nintendo games on your channel, or are trophies your sole focus? Nintendo games, I believe Pokemon counts. So yes, there'll be more Pokemon journeys. In terms of the regular Nintendo games like Mario and Zelda, I've never played a Zelda game. So there's an immense amount of possibilities. There really are. That was one thing I want to do with the Pokemon journey, is that, hey, there's no trophies. Let's just document an adventure, and let's the same process. We know where we're going, and getting there is the video. So by able to do that with Pokemon, I would hope that then in the future, if I wanted or desired, I could do a Zelda game or a Mario game or a Metroid game, or a Halo game, stuff like that. So yeah, the Platinum Journey is, like I said before, just the beginning. Not enough time, too many great games. Which Platinum was by Willem Dafoe's Fruitcake. Wow, I'm so honoured to have Mr. Dafoe's Fruitcake. Ooh. Wow. Which Platinum was the most fun to unlock, and was your least favourite video game ever? Most fun to unlock. The South Park Stick of Truth, the one for watching your parents have sex. That's ingrained in my mind. I'll never forget that. That was ridiculous. Least favourite video game ever. Couldn't tell you, buddy, because I've forgotten it. Bad stuff, just forgotten it. Couldn't tell you. Can't even tell you the last bad game I played. Closet Venus. What game do you play off camera for fun? Currently Dragon Quest XI. Have you ever attempted any platinums, either on or off camera, that gave up on because it's too hard or too time consuming? Nope. Any platinum I've tried to get, I've gotten, because I look at the trophy list like, that's doable, I'll go for it. Joel Cool. Will you ever platinum MGS 2 and 4? I would hope so. I really hope so. I really do. I think just epic videos. Brandon. What's a platinum you really want to get? God of War. That'd be great. And in relation to the previous question, MGS 2 and 4. Carl Morrow. What can we do as an audience to motivate you to make more videos more often? Absolutely nothing, buddy. The motivation is within. I want to make videos. I'll keep making videos. If one person watches or 10,000 watch, I'm going to continue making videos. So don't worry, buddy. Plenty more on the way. Benjamin Reese. What's the one game that you flat out refuse to platinum? The Witcher 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. Too big. Couldn't do it. Be gone for a whole year. Gaming Vids 90. What is your favorite game of all time? Couldn't isolate it down to one. Last of Us, Bioshock, Pokemon Red. There's probably 10 more. How excited are you for The Last of Us Part 2? Very excited. Marcus Mesberg. Are you going for a set number of platinums? Nope. I couldn't tell you the exact number of platinums I have. Making the video is about the story and the journey. So, platinum numbers be damned. If I get to 100, if I get to 1,000, fine. 1015 Elvis. What is one game that you thought was going to be a slog to complete, platinumed or not, but ended up being one of the funnest experiences you've had with the game? Nothing springs to mind. I'm realistic expectations. I do my research. I know what to expect. South Park: The Stick of Truth was funnier than I thought. Yeah, realistic expectations. Plenty of research kind of limits the surprise of, oh, this is way easier than I thought. In most cases, anyway. Nothing springs to mind at the moment, buddy. Tom O'Regan. Are there any other YouTubers you'd like to collaborate with? If so, who? See, collaborate is hard because, and do what? How do you make a worthwhile video? I'm not looking at my crotch. I'm looking at the audio recorder here. I'm making a video with Lucy would be grand. Similar sized channels, similar ideas. Loves trophies more than anyone else I know on the platform of YouTube. There's some people I watch that are big fans of Easy Allies. But, what I'm going to do, jump onto their podcast and annoy their viewership. So, I don't know. Collaborations would probably be a good idea, but it's so hard to schedule time for two different people across different countries and make up a video that's worthwhile. Who knows? It's probably a good idea, though, in the future. Funk Soul Brother 6000, he's back again. Oh, yeah. What game do you think deserves more recognition, and what game do you think is overrated? Deserves more recognition. More recognition. Oxenfree. Oxenfree deserves more recognition. I've played that game like 7 times. Whew. Love it. And what game do you think is overrated? I don't think any game is overrated. I don't think any game is overrated. Depends on the individual. If you play a game and it is one of your favourite games of all time, like somebody said earlier about Days Gone, where they think the game it's one of their favourite games of the entire generation. Now, what critics will tell you and what a mass audience will tell you is that it's an okay game, it's grand. But they won't tell you it's the best game of the generation. But that person, from their experience, it is the best game of the generation. So I don't think any game is overrated. If you think that game, you play it, you enjoy it, and it is, transcendent, it's rated appropriately for you. So yeah. Oh, we're getting to the end. Jesus Christ. Laura Manro. Oh, she got 2 questions. Hi, first of all, I love your channel. Thanks. I'd love to know what got you started with YouTube. It was making highlight videos for NFL clips, yeah. Highlight videos for the NFL, and then copyright strikes came in, and I went, ooh, didn't know about this. What do you mean I can't use songs made by artists? What do you mean I can't rip footage from NFL games and put them up on YouTube and make it my own? What is your favourite platinum trophy to get? Eco, Bioshock, Dead Space. Probably the 3 favourites that jump to mind. Probably at the moment. I'd say if I looked back through the full list of episodes, I kind of go, oh yes, of course, of course. Also, do you have a job besides YouTube? Yes, I make a living as a freelance video editor. While starting out, use my channel as a portfolio. I would say, hey, hire me because I can make videos. Here's some examples. I worked with a few gaming websites. I worked with onlysingleplayer.com. I worked with PlayStation Lifestyle, who are the largest independent PlayStation website in the world. And then I currently work with a channel on YouTube called Disney Food Blog. They create videos about food in Disney Worlds. 400,000 subscribers or so. So I work with them at the moment. And if you had the opportunity to do YouTube full time, would you? That's the dream, Laura. That's the dream. It is basically, I would love nothing more than to do nothing but my own stuff. That's kind of, if I just make my own videos, stuff like this, Platinum Journey, other videos as well. Yeah, I would love to do that. Folks, fucking hell. Hang on, I'm scrolling all the way back up. That is 100, that's way more than 100. 114. Whew, my goodness. Okay, on to post number 2. We're doing good in time, folks. We're going to do good. This is going to be a big episode, but should be grand. Okay. Velvet's Revenge. What's been the easiest and hardest trophies you've achieved throughout Platinum Journey? Easiest, Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus. Hardest, a 3-way tie between Dead Space 2, Modern Warfare and Shovel Knight. Alan Michael Fisher. Do you plan on doing Batman Arkham City or Arkham Knight? Probably not. The open world stuff, just no. And so many fucking collectibles and challenges and Riddler stuff. No, probably not. Too grindy. Also, since you like Uncharted, new Tomb Raider games are amazing to finish. One is hard because of the Dead Online, and the other 2 are just single player trophies. Ah, that's good. Yeah, I've still got the Lost Legacy to do, but after that, like, Tomb Raider might scratch that itch of kind of like gallivanting around the world and hunting for treasures. Davi Roca. Hey man, love your Platinum Journeys. Thanks. Do you have any plans on Platinum Bloodborne? Greetings from Brazil. Yes, I would love to get Bloodborne at some point. One of those dream Platinums. Wait, what? Oh, he's back. I did want to ask, what games are you nostalgic towards? I was born in the late 80s, so I'm loving the PlayStation remakes. Crash, Spyro, Medieval. Side note, Medieval is a super fun Platinum to get. And I might add, wink, wink. I'm nostalgic towards early Pokemon games. Yeah, I grew up on early Pokemon games. So Pokemon, the first 2 generations of Pokemon, Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, I'm heavily nostalgic towards those games. Leonardo G. Games that you give up achieving the Platinum. None, I am happy to say. Batting 1,000. For non-American folks, batting 1,000 is a baseball term. When you hit I know, I might be wrong about this, but from my understanding, when you hit every single... I can't even... I'm too drunk. I can't explain. I'm doing well. Soldier Stevens. Okay. I may have went to the pub before filming this. And I may have had another drink in setting all this up. So this is number 4 and I've eaten fuck all today. Day drinking, folks. The sun is still shining. After this, I'm going to go on a tear around Limerick City. Soldier Stevens. When do you suppose... Hey, bouncer, can you let me in? No, you're slurring your words. When do you suppose you'll have a Discord server? I currently do. It is exclusive to patrons. Patreon.com/Adam McDermott. All the money goes towards freeing up time to create more episodes more often. Part of the rewards is 1, early access. Like, they saw the Dead Space episode 2 days before it went live. And we have a Discord server. It's nice, small community. It's manageable. You can join it, just kick in $1 a month on Patreon. You get early access to Platinum Journey and you get onto Discord. We can chat away I'm quite active on it, so you can chat away any day of the week. Tony's Tech. Would you ever try to platinum Max Payne 3? No. Too big of an undertaking, I'm afraid. Lynn Knight. Will you be platinuming Dishonored 2 and Death of the Outsider? So Dishonored is one of my favourite games of the past generation. Dishonored 2, I played it, but it just didn't stick with me. I didn't like it. I don't know why. There's just something off. Yeah, so probably not. Still have a huge amount of fun with Dishonored. Love going back playing through it. It's a game that gets better with each subsequent playthrough, and I think that might be the case with Dishonored 2, and it's just one of those things of, if I gave it a chance and I played through the whole thing and I got to know the levels better, maybe I'd enjoy it just as much as the first game, but it's just a matter of time. Like, I don't have the time to be mastering Dishonored 2. Cameron Sperlin. Are there any games that you only need just one more trophy to get a platinum, but just can't do it? Nope. Doing well for myself. Only trying platinum games I can actually get a platinum in. N7 Link. Long time viewer. Have you tried thinking about doing a new platinum journey for Dishonored 2? Thought about, probably not going to happen. Or Resident Evil. Resident Evil, yes. Resident Evil series is... I'm trying to find a way to fit Resident Evil in at some point. Really want to get to that series. Robert Thompson. Dead Space Platinum. I'd recommend the third as well, but there's a lot of miserables that require a co-op run, making a platinum run even that much longer and aggravating. If you miss anything, trust me, I know it sucked. I stopped for a day because of it. However, if you do attempt hardcore, there is a glitch that works still. I use it a lot because I'm not starting over after getting over halfway through the game. Dead Space 3, I've played and I tried to like, I really did. But the problem with the Dead Space series is that the first game is survival horror. The second game is horror action. And the third game is action. I tried playing through Dead Space about 4 different times. Dead Space 3. I couldn't get past the halfway point of the game. It's like, I feel like that, in Godfather is like, oh, they've massacred my boy. That's what I feel with Dead Space 3. So, probably won't be getting a platinum in that. Soldier Stevens. Hey, did I see you before? I'd love to see a top 10 PS4 games list with the release of the PS5 on the rise. Since you've already done a PS3 one, why not PS4? Great idea, and that will be happening. Yeah, I'll do a top 10 PS4 around November. I'll be doing a top 10 PS4. It's going to be interesting to kind of look back at the generation. It's been a great generation of games. Anthony, I just wanted to say, in all honesty, why would anyone care what trophies someone got and simply recorded just to say, whoa. Ooh, Anthony. Okay. I just want to say, why would someone go and simply record, just say, look at me, look what I got to pop. Mate, I know the plats are respectable and cool, but nobody wants to see you just cut and edit videos of you popping trophies and telling us what we can clearly see you do. Ooh, this is interesting. This is mighty interesting. Anthony does not like what I do. It's just... Okay, this is a pretty... Anthony has taken the time to write this out, to articulate thought. I will respond to it in kind. I just want to say, in all honesty, why would anyone care what trophy someone got and simply recorded to say, look at me, look what I got to pop? Why would anyone care? I don't think viewers care about the actual trophies. I think they care about the video and, I guess, platinum journey. It's not about, oh, there's a trophy, there's a trophy. It's everything around it. It's celebrating the game. It's the adventure. It's the come along for the ride. That's what I think. It's not really about the individual trophies. It's about the whole journey. I know the plats are respectable and cool, but nobody wants to see you cut and edit videos of you popping trophies and telling us what we can clearly see you do. I disagree with that, because I have videos ranging from 10,000 to 100,000 views. So people do watch what I do. It's like going on community that PS profiles and exclaiming to randoms. Number 10, Batman Arkham City. Nobody cares and rarely will tell you congrats because they don't care. And it's the same thing here, not giving hate at them. Not giving hate, but also saying what I'm doing is completely pointless and that nobody cares. Which, fair enough, on the grand scale of the world, what I'm doing is completely insignificant. That's fair enough. I chastised in a humorous sarcastic way, I might add, someone for getting Friday the 13th Platinum, where you need to boost with other people to go Jason 1,000 times and a counselor 1,000 times is a waste of time. Was labelled as a hater. So I disapprove of Platinum Hunters as well for getting easy plats or time-consuming ones that just do the same thing. Look at me and how I put time in like a brainless, cold, antisocial husk who also can't take a verbal barb or joke. Ooh. Poor fellow on. Okay. Yeah. So the first part about, a guy spending all this time on Friday the 13th, how you spend your free time is really up to you. If you want to spend your free time playing Friday the 13th for 2,000 matches, fine. If you want to spend your free time, like, we've all got stupid stuff we do in our free time. I follow professional wrestling. I also watch way too many TV shows about drinking. I watch King of the Hill. I watch Japanese animated movies. Stuff that on the grand scheme of things, like, that's a waste of time. But how you spend your free time is up to you. Disapprove of Platinum Hunters who go for easy plats while as time-consuming ones. I think that's called gatekeeping. In that, if I personally don't care how people get their platinums. If you want to download My Name is Mayo and tap the screen 100 times and get a platinum, I don't care. It doesn't affect me in any way whatsoever. There's no real thing of like, you're not a real platinum hunter unless you do that or that. Don't go for time-consuming platinums. Don't go for easy platinums. Go for the really difficult ones. It's like, if you want a platinum, get it however the hell you want. That's my opinion anyway. I'd appreciate your content if it was informative and a review of the platinums. Give tips. Don't just do what we would do if we're playing the game ourselves, because I'd rather play the game than watch somebody do the exact same thing. If it was more informative and a review of the platinums, not going to happen. The point isn't to be a guide. I'm not a guide. Even people watch the videos and they're like, oh great, you give me an idea of what to do. It's like, yeah, but actually follow a guide. I'm not going to go through all the collectibles. Follow a guide. That's boring in a video and that's boring to do. I cut all that out. Follow a guide. Informative and a review? No. I did reviews before. I'm not interested in reviewing anything. Don't just do what we could do. Don't just do what we... I don't know. So maybe I'm not offering any grand insights. I'm doing the game just like any ordinary person would do it. But I'm not trying to be an expert. There's only one game I'm an expert at, and that's The Last of Us. That's it. Every other game, I'm trying my best. I know it's not a walkthrough vid. That's not your content, Grant. And I looked through your early vids, and I must say, talking in a vid face to the cam like a Bachelor of Arts honours journalist was a mistake. Ooh, Jesus. What I'm doing here, this part of Platinum Journey episodes was a mistake. I've made a huge error. Confidence is good. He thinks I'm confident. Cool. Confidence is good, but for a newbie at YouTube, you're supposed to start slow and, in my opinion, build an audience before you brazenly act like a Chan with 100,000 followers. Ooh, wow. I do actually have a Bachelor of Arts in Digital Media Design, by the way. A mistake. Talking to the camera is a mistake. I disagree, because the point of the videos was to make them as good as possible, and talking to the camera allows you to be better at presenting. Because making videos on YouTube is not a hobby for me. Making videos then putting them on YouTube was a way of using my channel as a portfolio to get jobs, to make money, so I don't have to, so I can make videos and make a living from the videos. So being as good as possible, that involves presenting, editing, writing, the whole shebang. It's about being good and as good as possible. So waiting until I get to 100,000 subscribers, which for most people never happens. Never happens. I think even at 10,000, you're in the top 2% of everyone on YouTube. If you got more than 10,000 subscribers, it's absurd. So brazenly act like a Chan with I'm just trying to make something good. It's like putting the cart before the horse. Know your audience. We are gamers like you, but we don't like someone acting like a big shot before they made it big. I make videos and don't talk or insult viewers' intelligence by acting like a pompous git who's entitled. No, I just put up what I like and what I think others might like, but it's not try hard or look what I can do. You can too, but I'm daft enough to insult you by telling you about the same exact thing you can quite obviously do yourself. Know what I mean? Makara. Our day will come. Chuckig or law. Lots to unpack there, buddy. Acting like a big shot. I'm just trying to make something good. Something somewhat professional. I don't think I've fully gotten there yet, but I have managed to make a living out of this. Maybe not on my own personal channel, but with other channels. So, yeah. You know what? We'll agree to disagree. You don't like what I'm doing. Thank you for your you took the time to write out a comment, space it properly, punctuation. You don't like what I'm doing, which is okay. I wish you the best in all you do. I hope you get to 100,000 subscribers, just like I hope I get to 100,000 subscribers. So, best luck, buddy. All the best. Why did you first start going for platinums in games, and why did you get the idea to make videos about games? Skyman, grand stuff. Why did you first start going for platinums in games? To extend the lifespan of games I adore, in primarily Madden 11 and Dead Space. And why did you get the idea to make videos about the journey? Combination of Booze Britain, Top Gear and their grand adventures, the struggle from the completionist early videos, as well as Uncharted and their grand adventure. Go on an adventure with me from the purpose of your own home. And I'm going to start kicking this into high gear because the batteries on my audio recorder are starting to chip out. Whew. Arno Berlanger. Hey Adam, which games are you really looking forward to play and platinum? Really looking forward to play the next Horizon game. I'm going to pour this like an asshole. I fucking can't believe that now, can I? Looking forward to play whatever the PS5 launch titles are. Really looking forward to that. Platinum, The Last of Us Part 2. Really looking forward to platinuming that. Whoop. Yeah. The pour gets worse the more I consume. As is life. Ellipses is power. How did God create such a beautiful specimen? Because he threw out the rule book. Matt Turner. If Sony did trophies for all original PS1 games, hypothetically, which games which have never been remastered would you platinum regardless of the difficulty? PS1 games. Nothing springs to mind because they've all been remastered. Spyro, Crash, they've all been remastered. Nothing springs to mind, Matt, to be honest. Can't tell you. No, the Crash and Spyro are probably the two, and I'll maybe get to them at some point. Dan, 43. What was your first platinum? Madden 11. Edward Dovey. What got you into platinum hunting? Extending the lifespan of some of my favourite games like Dead Space and Madden 11. And why did you start making YouTube videos? Because I wanted to make stuff. I thought it was cool. I thought making videos was cool. I got epic music and NFL clips and made videos about it. And I was like, this is pretty epic. Michael Gormley. Would you consider a platinum journey for MGS2? Yes. It's a great game. I would highly recommend giving it a shot. It's a dream platinum. It's a dream platinum. Hopefully I can set aside enough time at some point. Rain Man. Will you ever do a horror title like Outlast or Resident Evil 7? And that's the one thing you won't... And what's the one thing you won't do for a trophy? Anal. Will you ever do any horror titles like Outlast or Resident Evil 7? Yeah, I plan on doing the Resident Evil series at some point. And what's the one thing you won't do for a trophy? Just endless grinding on multiplayer. Like hundreds of hours. Not Modern Warfare. The new Call of Duty games with their massive trophy grinding on multiplayer. Edmund Plays Games. Will you ever do a Super Meat Boy Platinum journey? I'm going to keep asking. No. I tried playing it. It's beyond my comprehension and my skills. Absolutely. No chance. Sorry. Jay Weiss. Hey Adam, I love your videos. They inspire me to get platinum trophies. I'm currently working on Horizon Zero Dawn. I did all the hunting ground trophies. I still need to get the special outfit and the rest are just story based. Do you have any helpful advice on how to get it? Where can I find the remaining power cells? I can't remember. I recommend typing where can I find the remaining power cells into Google, and you'll probably find a video on YouTube by Power Picks or PS4 Trophies. Those are two good channels for trophy guides. I can't remember. Sorry, wait, but best luck. Judge Death. My lists, I want you to try and get any Soulsborne game from either Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Bloodborne, or Dead Space 3, Dishonored 2, Resident Evil 5 to 6, or Revelation, Killzone 1 to 3, Dragon Dogma plus DLC. Whew. Soulsborne game. Bloodborne, yes. I want to get to that. The rest of the Dark Souls games, they just don't appeal to me, the aesthetic. Bloodborne does. So probably not them. Dead Space 3, again, it's so sad to play. Coming from Dead Space 1, and then Dead Space 2 is like, okay, it's still grand. And then Dead Space 3 is, Jesus Christ. Dishonored 2, I might have to give it another shot. I really do. Resident Evil 5 or 6, gotta do 1 through 3, 4 first. Killzone 1 to 3, multiplayer trophies, buddy. Servers are over. They're gone. Can't get the platinum. Dragon Dogma, probably not, buddy. Hello there, Ben Kenobi is back again. Can you do Uncharted 2 Platinum in PS4 for the birthday of the Platinum Journey? Like a 10-year anniversary. I'll have to check. I think it was 6 years ago I did Uncharted 2. A 10-year anniversary might be kind of cool. Do Uncharted 2 on the... I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Kenobi. Philip Orenko. What are some Platinum trophies you would recommend doing? Bioshock. God of War. Other than collectibles. Eco, I'd recommend. Shovel Knight if you're into NES games. South Park Stick of Truth. Absolutely. What else? Spider-Man is good. Yeah, Spider-Man's grand. Yeah. Basically, if you're playing a game right now that you enjoy, look up the trophy list. If it seems like, that would be kind of cool, go for it. Joseph Ridgway. Dude, you are awesome. You too. Love your videos. The game Dead Cells would be something maybe fun to do. I beat the game myself, but it's just a suggestion. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll look into it. Do you plan on doing any... No guarantees, by the way. As in, I look into a lot of games. Hundreds upon hundreds of trophy lists. And deciding on which game for a video is, it has to be whittled down immensely. And there's a matter of time. So I look into it, but no guarantees. Jordan Montefusco. Do you plan on doing any of the Assassin's Creed games like 2 or Brotherhood? No. They're quite collectible, heavy, and easy. So I don't think they make a good episode. Alex White. Is there any hard, long platinums that you've been contemplating doing but keep putting off? Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4. We'll get there, folks. We'll get there one day. Alan Hall. Do a video with Ludi XP. I found both you guys independently and love your videos. Lucy, if you're watching, that's the second person now. So, yeah, she's great. Maybe someday we'll figure something out. Who knows? Shigata456, what's been your favorite and least favorite platinum journey? What's been your favorite and least favorite platinum journey so far? Least favorite is probably Shovel Knight because I was so bad at that game. And absolute favorite, probably Bioshock or Eco. Hydra V8, did you play Days Gone or God of War 2018? If yes, what do you think of them? Are these sorted differently? Haven't played Days Gone, probably won't. Not my kind of game, open world, motorcycles, not for me. But grand if you enjoy it. God of War 2018, I have played it, I've finished it. It's pretty good. I don't think I like it as much as the early God of War games. But I also played on the easiest difficulty. I think I'll go back and play on a higher difficulty and might have a different feeling. But the combat was not as fluid, which I really liked the combat in the earlier games. So it's still a pretty good game. I want to see a sequel, essentially. Wait, what? Would you ever consider doing a Platinum Hunt achievement made by Rockstar, like GTA, Red Dead, or Bully? Yes, GTA Vice City I would like to do. Vice City would be cool. Red Dead, no. Bully, maybe. Bully would be good. So yes, consider yes. Get around to doing... Only so much time in the day, buddy. Shang versus thoughts on plat hunting, whereby people are tapping mayonnaise and basically donating money for virtual trophies. Suppose what means more 100 easy plats, or saying having Metal Gear Solid 4 as part of a humble collection. If people want to buy a game and tap on a screen and get a platinum, your money, your time, do with it whatever you please. I have zero judgment on other people's trophy collection. If you've got 100 simple platinums, if you thought it was worthwhile, it's worthwhile. If you've got 4 extremely difficult platinums and you thought it was worthwhile, it's worthwhile. So, to each their own. Skylar McDonald's, which upcoming games are you most looking forward to this year? Besides The Last of Us Part 2, obviously. Ghost of Tsushima. Interested to see how that plays out. If it's completely shit or if it's kind of brilliant. And I'm most looking forward to PS4, PS5 launch titles. Who knows what they're going to be. Gabriel Perez. Hey, I can't wait for the next episode. But what happened with Metal Gear Solid 3 in European Extreme? Folks don't know, back when I did the Metal Gear Solid 3 episode, at the end of the episode, I went and continued the game on Extreme off camera. That did not go well. I got my ass kicked and there will be no video. Although Platinum Journey bonus, so many great games, so many great ideas. Yeah, it's not going to happen, buddy, I'm afraid. But, yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'd love to, but probably not. Connor Smith. Thoughts on The Last of Us 2? Really excited. Hope it doesn't go too open worldy. Still want a linear, narratively focused game. Julius Heeg. Buddy, you've been down a long time. Thanks for asking the question. Elite Snowman King. The USG Ishimura has the biggest planet cracker of its class. Yes, it does. How are you platinuming Dead Space 1 again? You already have it on PS3. Other region, other account. Yeah. So I have on the PS3 we set up like a Japanese account, a US account to access the PS Store in those regions. And I'm doing it on different accounts. Yeah, because I Platinum Dead Space 4 Platinum Journey existed. I really want to do an episode about it, so different account. It's been like 8 years since I platinumed it, so really good. They call me Jay. They call me Ray J. They call me Jay. Will you ever go back and 100% the games you've platinumed? I, for one, can't bear to see less than 100%, but curious if you're bothered about it. So a great example of this is The Last of Us. Well, I think it's 67%, but I have the platinum. Will I go back and get the 100%? No. I have the platinum. I'm good. No, I'm not bothered by percentages. I have the platinum. I'm good. And I have the experience of getting the platinum. It's all good. Oh, sorry. Julius was responding to Elite Snowman King, another prominent member of the channel. Hey, buddy. Dead Space Platinum Journey on the Planet Cracker Starship Ishimura set in the 26th century. And Julius was saying, the USG Ishimura, the biggest planet cracker of the class. Nice to see those two folks getting on. Yeah, they've been around with the channel for a good while. Gaming for life. What would be harder to you? Lose the ones you loved or lose all your PSN trophies? Losing loved ones. Yeah, trophies. Take it away. Keep loved ones. Alfie Child, Taj Squad. Hardest platinum, most fun platinum. Hard way, hardest, 3-way tie, Dead Space 2, Modern Warfare, Shovel Knight. Most fun platinum, South Park, The Stick of Truth. Key. Favorite franchise to platinum? Uncharted. I've done all 4 games. It's the origins. It's one of the origins of Platinum Journeys, his grand adventure around the worlds. Uncharted is intrinsically tied to Platinum Journey. So yes, Uncharted. Frank Zanella, favorite Premier League team? Also, notice how I said Premier League, not Premier League. You Americans out there, it's pronounced Premier League, not Premier League. Favorite team? I don't watch football anymore, to be honest. And even when I played football, I didn't watch it. I hate how much players are fucking pansies. Everyone is instant replay. Millions of people don't can watch you get tapped, fall down like your leg is broken. Fuck you. Can't watch it. My dad likes Manchester United, so I grew up watching games with him. So I remember the days of, Roy Keane, Scholes, Giggs and Ronaldo in the midfield. That was fun to watch, Wayne Rooney. But yeah, I don't watch it anymore. I can't watch more than 5 minutes and just seeing lads. I was tackled and I was like, fuck you. I watched tennis players. I watched Roger Federer play a game against Andy Murray, play a match against Andy Murray where his back was so fucked up he couldn't sit down. In between the change of ends, he had to stand. And he still played. And he still competed. And he went for broke. And it was heroic. I've watched... once you watch the UFC and MMA in general, I've seen guys pop shoulders back into their sockets. I've seen guys with no ability to breathe from their nose and still push forward. So lads in the Premier League getting tapped on the shins and going down like a sack of potatoes, you can all fuck right off. Not watching your sport. Rant over. Akiba8807, would you consider platinuming Kingdom Hearts? Probably not, buddy. I like those games exist. I like the game that they... I'm so drunk at this point. Lads, we're... Would you consider platinuming Kingdom Hearts? No. I've played them, didn't quite like them, but sure. To each their own. Rami 5000 gets the final question. I've just realised I've watched every video you've made. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to you. Thank you very much to everybody else who posted a question. I'm absolutely hammered. Going to the pub before this was a terrible idea, or maybe the greatest idea I've ever had. God help the bouncers in town tonight. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If you somehow managed to get all the way to the end, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking, disliking. Thank you for those who support me on Patreon. It really helps a lot. It really does. Thank you to everyone. Cheers. All the best. Until next time, take care. This went well.